Alright gamers, welcome back. World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore Ironman Adventures episode 102. We're back. Let's jump into the world, shall we? We got some big plans tonight. I'm getting on a little earlier than I usually do. It's roughly 9 p.m. on Friday night. And we're getting on a little earlier so we can get over to Teneris finally and start Teneris, man. Holy shit, we've been waiting for... It feels like forever. But I've been patient. I've been a good boy. I've been really patient. I held off. And it's finally time to get over there and start it. But first things first, we're going to catch the boat to Ratchet. And then from Ratchet, we're going to fly up to Orgrimmar. Turn in our barrel of Dran's Rifle to Dran Droffers. And then run down to Sinjin Village so we can talk to Master Godrin. Hello, brother. Looking good, big dog. Thank you, bro. Still alive? Proud of you, King. I like this guy. Two boss. I'm hitting him with every fucking nickname. Big dog, king, boss. Anyways, yeah, we need to head down to Sinjin to turn in this quest at Master Gadrin, and then we're going to catch a flight. We'll probably run back into the Barrens, go to the crossroads, catch a flight to Brackenwall Village, turn in the second part of Cortello's Riddle, and then from there we'll head back up to Brackenwall and catch a flight to Camp Moyahe, and turn in this quest to Witch Doctor Uziri, and then we can finally fly to Gadgetzan and begin all of the quests at Gadgetzan. Thankfully, we are at like the perfect level bracket where they should still give us full experience, especially if we start with the lowest quests first, so that's kind of the vibe. And then we'll switch between Teneris and I believe Searing Gorge, as well as Reventusk Village in the Hinterlands. We have a ton of quests here that are now starting to go green on me. Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's get a little cot. Let's get some sleep while we travel, huh? That's nice. See, those are our plans for tonight. We still have some stuff to do in the Hinterlands. I need to get the final sigil of Trollbane so we can get the sword, the Troll Kalar, I think is what it's called. Honestly, I can't remember what the sword's even called at this point, but we have one final quest. I'm holding off on it. I could go do it now, but it's just like that's a long flight all the way back up there. And I'm holding off on it because I really just... Oh, we're supposed to go to Felzerol. Damn it. Okay, well, when we head back over here, I'm going to catch a boat back to Booty Bay. I'll come up. I'll turn this into Felzerol. I'll catch a flight back up to Hammerfall. We'll get the last sigil of Trollbane, and then I'm going to go up to the Undercity and get the book out of the Scarlet Monastery library. My plan is to just sneak through the entire library, get to where the book is, hopefully distract or sap any kind of mobs in there that I need to. Worst case scenario, I kill an elite or two. We get the book and we get out of there. So that's our plan. Nice. We got a little bug dangle so we can see out of the boat. But yeah, finally starting Teneris tonight. I should have got more water before I started this recording, but worst case scenario, I'll pause it and we'll get some more water. But yeah, we've been holding off on Teneris because I wanted to finish all of our loose ends with Hillsbrad, the Arathi Highlands. We still have some things there. I wanted to make some space in our quest log with the quests in the Hinterlands, and just finish the business that we had on the Eastern Kingdom. So now we're finally back in Kalimdor, which has been a while since we've done some questing over here. Homie's looking at the drip. Yeah, I'm pieced up, bro. I got some great gear. Completely solo self-found, baby. And you can tell because this right here. I love when someone's solo self-found. You can tell with the buff when you click on them. So when people click on me, they see my Soul of Iron, they see self-found adventure. They look at the gear. None of this is bought on the auction house. This is completely us and us alone, baby. Okay, so the boat's about to dock. Alright, bro. I better see you at the finish line. Stay safe. Zernak. I'ma try, bro. Thank you. You do the same. Cool guy. Good luck and Godspeed, Zernak. We don't really have anything to drop off in the bank, so let's just go ahead and head to Brackenwall Village. Ah, shit, I was supposed to go to Orgrimmar first. It's alright, it's alright. We'll do it in a little bit of a reverse order. We'll get the second part of Cortello's riddle going. And honestly, we have so much running around to do today that I should probably just be pausing in between each flight because it's going to take so much time. So just to travel around. I think once we finish Cortello's riddle and head back to Brackenwall, I'm just going to pause it while we fly to Orgrimmar, turn it in, pause it while we run down to Sen'jin, turn this in, and then pause it afterwards to run back, fly, and then resume when we get to Camp Moyahe. And then pause as we fly to Teneris, because then I at least have like 30-40 minutes that I can play in Teneris, because I also have to accept all the quests in Teneris, and we've got to like let the NPCs talk. And so yeah, that's probably what we'll do. Or else the entire hour session tonight is just going to be me flying around, finishing up loose ends, which we've talked about before. I do enjoy that part of WoW Classic and old MMOs. It's like the world is so vast. A lot of times you have quests that send you to different areas of the world, and that's part of the game, and I enjoy that. I used to hate it and despise it when I was a kid and be like, oh, it's just so frustrating, it's so annoying. But it's like, as you get older, you just kind of grow to appreciate it, I guess. Or, I mean, some people don't. Like a lot of my buddies that play MMOs, they hate that kind of stuff. But, I don't know, I like it. It just helps remind me of all the adventures I've been on in these areas. Every time I fly through the Barrens, I think of our time here, I think of the quests, the close calls. It reminds me how big the world is and how little we are in it. It reminds me of how many different factions and different players are out here making their own, you know, stories and adventures and appreciating the world, how they are, and it's just cool, you know? It's a game that's not instant gratification, and in a society where it's nothing but instant gratification, I really, really appreciate something like this, where it's like, it's going to take you time, you're going to have to put some investment into it, there's going to be travel involved, there's going to be bonding, and you're going to have to listen to stories and piece things together and form opinions, and who do you want to help, why are you doing the things you're doing, like, I don't know. It's just something that I've learned to appreciate as I've gotten older. But yeah, this flight we'll just let play out. And then once I'm done with Cortello's riddle down here in Dustwallow, we'll run back up to Brackenwall, and I'll pause it as we just kind of fly to different areas and handle different business. And we'll resume when we get there. That way I'm not spending the entire episode tonight just going from point A to B to C to D to E, and then finally landing at F, because that would just be the entire episode tonight. So Also, one thing that I really like on the original WoW map is these like drawings of this ship going across the sea, the Naga, these giant turtles. It's just really cool. What's on the Eastern Kingdom? Yeah, it's the same thing. You got a kraken or some kind of squid creature down here. The same thing. You see some kind of sea serpent, another boat, what looks like the troll sea giants. Sorry, not troll giants, the sea giants. I've been playing too much Dark Souls. Hey, we scared you out of town. What are you doing here? That is something that they figured out later in WoW's life cycle, but that's something that I always kind of wished they had figured out in the early days, was like dynamic phasing, if that makes sense. I'm gonna do this just so I can get skill up points a little easier. But yeah, it would be cool if, like, when we take down Overlord Mok'Marok, like, for me, his NPC model is not here anymore, and these ogres are free of his poor leadership skills. But of course, it's a single universe MMO. Other people have to be able to talk to him, and so of course he's in my world, even though I've technically scared him out of this camp. But later in WoW's life cycle, they figured out dynamic phasing, but then there's also the issue of when you do something and your friends don't, or other players haven't, they can't see you in certain areas, and it can be annoying for sure. Last time we played, we did some really sketchy quests, even though we're like over leveled for them by like 9 to 10 levels down in Stromgard. We killed Orkalar, we killed Lieutenant Valorcall, both like pretty dicey elite quests. Even if you're over leveled, they're pretty dicey to solo. Thankfully, we used our noodle. We used sap. We used some slumbering sand for the first time. These two items have proven themselves to be some of the most valuable items in hardcore. Really sticky glue and slumbering sand, just so incredibly valuable. Because they can be used on any target. Like, that's so good, that's so strong. And if you just don't use them at low levels on like useless mobs, and you actually use them on mobs that are difficult, i.e. elite mobs, quests where there's like a group of 5 mobs that you have to take on at once, like that's a good time to use them. They really, really help. Okay, so some of these raptors are still green to me, so they will pick up on me if I'm not careful. Seems like there's silver in the cave. Looks like I'm gonna have to take on these 3 raptors, but that's fine. Man, with cooldowns, we are just a demon. 3 raptor hide, and there is musty scroll. You must find a musty scroll. To Lordaeron, the great land of turmoil, where brave soldiers with dead do toil. Find your way through the great unrest. There you will find the end to this quest. Along the coast of the Hinterlands, at the base of the great falls, underneath the water, there does your treasure call. A 14-slot bag, huge, holy shit. Well, that's going to replace our Deviant Hide pack, which is sick. So then we'll have the Dark Moon storage box, a 14-slotter, the Explorer's knapsack, another 14-slotter, and then 2 12-slotters. That's huge. So that's going to take us back to the Hinterlands, which we have business there in the future anyways, so. Oh, it's the waterfall between the island where I was like, what's over here? We went and explored that when we were exploring the Hinterlands. That's so cool. We're coming to the end of our adventure with our rogue, and I'm definitely going to miss it when we're done, but I am excited to start our druid in the future, which is the next character we're going to work on, trying to get to 60 in hardcore WoW. I've watched a lot of druid PvP recently. Let me see what his channel name is. Let me shout this guy out because he's got really good druid PvP videos and clips. His name is Germanicus46 on YouTube. If you're into druid play, or you're a druid player, or just like to watch good PvP, I highly recommend checking out his channel. He does some really sick WoW Classic druid PvP, and he shows why I'm so interested in learning how to play a druid. The tools that you have at your disposal and just the things that you can do at any minute are just so cool. 1 minute you can be in human form throwing roots on a target. The next minute you can shift into bear form to tank big cooldowns and apply debuffs like demoralizing shouts and roars and these kind of things. Stun people. Then you can switch into kitty form and put bleeds on them. Jump back into your human form, throw heals on yourself. Jump into the water, go into your aquatic form, outrun people that are just normally slow in the water. It's just so cool. There's so many different things. The idea of like utilizing all of your forms instead of just like, oh, I'm feral, I'm staying as a kitty. It's like, that's so boring. Although it might be the optimal way to play, I'm not sure, but like that's just so boring to me. I want to be like a power shifting druid where you like go through all of your forms. I think that shit is so sick. Excuse me. Sell the garbage. Alright. Now we're going to catch a flight to Orgrimmar and go talk to Dran. So I'm going to pause while we fly, and I'll see you guys when we land. I'll be right back. Alright, gamers, we're back. Just touched down in Orgrimmar. Had to refill my water, take out the trash, do a couple things around the house, but now we're back. Buckled in, ready to get buy, now. Cash points. What a name. Do we have any training to pick up? I don't think we do. I think we're good on everything, but I do need to make new poisons, so I'm glad I remembered. Did we cut back down here real quick? Let's check our training. Seems like... yeah, we don't have anything until 52, so next level. Thrall Hall, brother. Let's make 4 more crippling poisons. So we're going to need 3, 6, 9, 12 of these bad boys, as well as 12 crystal vials, and then a full stack of 20 of these, so... also flash powder. Restock our Vanish flash powder. And then we need 40 Dust of Deterioration, so 2 stacks, 20. Well, we can make these anywhere, so we can make them while we're talking to Dran. That should get us at 255 poison making out of 255. But poison is pretty easy to keep maxed out, so... just costs a little bit of money, but we're at 83 gold. There they are, the father and son. Dran Droffers of Droffers and Son Salvage. If you're not here to buy anything, and you're not here to deliver anything, then you're wasting my time. You better have that rifle.
Well, let's see what's in this barrel. Yes. It looks as though it is all here. Here's your fee for the package. Good job on that. I stand to make 5 times that fee when I sell it to the tavern.
Damn, don't tell me that.
These extra bottles of Hinterlands Honey Ripple are going to be set for a special occasion. I think I'll drink some with champagne. I'll call it Champipple.
Champipple.
We've got work for you. That is, if you've got the guts to do it. Deep in the Badlands is the Uldaman dig site.
Nope, say less. Alderman? Nope. Not for me, brother. Alright. I also want to stock up on our roasted quail. We've used quite a few of these. It's a bit expensive, but it's really good food. All right, I'm going to craft this poison and pause the video here, and I'll resume after we're done with this. We're going to head down to Sen'jin Village, so I'll resume when we get down to Sen'jin and we can talk to Master Gadrin. So I'll see you guys there. All right, gamers, we made it to Sen'jin Village. Let's talk to Master Gadrin.
Ah, so you want fresh venom from the spider of the Witherbox, yes? Well, sit down. You're not going to like what I have to tell you.
Why are you so quiet, bro?
The Witherbox worship a spider god, and from her they collect their most potent venom. So if you want the venom, then you must summon their god. To do that, you must know her true name, and that name is on a tablet buried in Tanaris, in the troll city of Zul'Farrak, in a tomb guarded by Thaker the Martyr. Defeat Thaker, and find and read his tablet to discover the spider god's name. When you know it, return to me.
Well, unfortunately, that's Zul'Farrak. Thaker the Martyr. Right. Well, at least we can hide this quest knowing it's done. All right, gonna pause again and resume when we make it to Camp Moyahi. So I'll see you guys in just a second. All right, gamers, just touched down in Camp Moyahi. Let's go talk to Witch Doctor Uziri, and then we can make our way to Tanaris and finally start the quests and gadgets in.
How you doing, man?
We are able to capture the wildkin. If you succeed, we'll be ready to shrink and capture the music of creatures of Feralis. Upon a violent death, the music of a creature may escape and seek revenge. Shrinking the creatures as you did, Bale, prevents the music from escaping. Now we may use it as we please. Hippogryph music. Since you have proven that you are both trustworthy and gifted with the ability to use the music vessel, I now wish you to capture another creature. Hippogryphs have been loyal companions to the Night Elves for many years. Their spirit are loyal and steadfast. Your task is to kill 10 Frey Feather Hippogryphs and quickly shrink and capture them with the vessel, so that their music may be preserved. You will find the Hippogryphs in the high wilderness to the south of here. Alright, well maybe we'll do that real quick. Shouldn't take too long. But I'm assuming what he means by music is like their death cry? Their death rattle, right? But of course, to trolls, this is some spiritual business. Ultimately, we'll have hopefully like 11 quests left in our journal, and we can take 9 quests at a time. So we're gonna have to take the lowest level quests, do those, come back, take the next lowest level quest. So we'll start with the level 43s, the 44s, the 46s, the 45s. We'll hide the dungeon quests when we're on to that, like Troll Temper and Scarab Shells, but there's also a bunch of quests down here, 44, 45, 46, 45, so. Man, I'm so glad we got this fishing rod. It's sick. Limited edition, too. Alright. The High Wilderness. We've been over here before. We've hunted the hippogriffs over here before. The ruins of what? For just a second, we were in the ruins of something. I'm assuming it's the outside of Dire Mall, but... The one thing that sucks about the music vessel is it's got a long cooldown. Alright, let's pop some poisons on. Go ahead and eat some more of our Soothing Turtle Bisque. We might get seen here. I think I can stealth while I'm eating, which is kind of cool. It's got a 30-second cooldown, just like it did when we were hunting the Owlkin. One thing that I think we can do, though, is we can gather a bunch of the bodies of the Hippogryphs and use them one at a time. Wonder if I can gather them. Nah, it's an individual target kind of thing. I was hoping we could gather them as like a group, but... Oh, that was actually really cool. Just started raining out of nowhere. And the reason it was cool is because like, I just heard it before I saw it, and then all of a sudden, now we're in the middle of a storm. So sick. I love a weather system in a game. Really helps like add some immersion. And this is a heavy storm. Wait a couple seconds. Go ahead and use some of our meat. That'll be 7, 8, 9 right there. Damn. As soon as I was about to open up on it, it turned around. I'll try and pull this one over here so we can have the bodies near each other. Alright, now we'll just wait. Hopefully there's not a chain quest to this and we can just kind of be done here for now. But I guess we'll see. Hippogryph Muisek. I'm assuming there's going to be one more quest after this. Maybe even a couple more, but we'll see. It's kind of interesting it puts you in combat for a little bit. Alright, let's head back to Camp Mojai? Camp Muñaño? Get out of this storm. Already halfway through this episode. We might wind up playing for an hour and a half tonight, we'll see. I do have some things that I have to do tomorrow in the afternoon, but still early in the night. Almost revered with the Undercity, which is kind of cool. I'm not revered with anywhere yet. Mostly just friendly with a lot of places, honored with all of the main factions of the Horde. We've obviously helped the trolls out quite a bit, the Darkspear trolls. We've helped the orcs out a large amount. We've helped Thunderbluff out a decent bit, as much as we have with the trolls, a lot of Tauren. But of course our main homeland, our people, the undead, and the Dark Lady herself are the ones that we've helped the most. So I've been thinking about what game we're going to start after I finish the Dark Souls series and the Silent Hill series. I'm currently playing through Dark Souls 1 right now. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite games of all time. I just love the story and the lore in that game. The gameplay is great. It's very challenging. It's aged really well in my opinion. And it only gets better with time, which is what's really cool about it. But I think I'm going to start the Final Fantasy series after we do all of the FromSoft games and all of the Silent Hill main games that I'm worried about. I'm not worried about doing the Silent Hill side projects, so to speak. I mostly just want to do Silent Hill 1, 2, 3, and then probably 4. And then get ready for Silent Hill F at some point, either later this year or early next year. But okay. Well, you're able to capture the hippogriffs. After killing an animal, if we allow the music to escape, it may take the form of an even greater creature. We would never be safe from its vengeance. This is a dangerous job I've given you, Bale. Again, you have completed it well. There's even more. Bale, next I must have you capture a creature that in appearance may look quite fragile, yet its powerful spirit is what we are truly after. The fairy dragons that I speak of have served the Night Elves as their allies. We must capture one so that the Horde may benefit from this strength as spirit as well. Here is the Muisek bale. Kill 8 sprite darters or sprite dragons and capture their Muisek. They may be found to the west of here. Even more, huh? Excuse me. Drink a bunch of water and get some hiccups. Alright, well, even more to get real quick. I'd rather do it while I'm here. Jump counter? 65, 825. We're trying to break 100,000 by 60. I don't think I'm going to get there, but... We broke our goal of hitting 50,000 by 60, so now I'm trying to do 100,000 by 60, but... I just kind of naturally jump a lot, too, when I'm playing WoW, so... It's just a feel-good button. We only need 8 of these bad boys, though, so that shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully he doesn't want, like, harpies or something like that, which is just annoying. Man, it is really coming down out here. Yeah, I got a feeling there's going to be even more after this. Let me look on Wowhead how many quest chains this has. Oh, there's 2 more. One of which is Treant music and then Mountain Giant music. So we'll probably do the Treants and then we might hold off on the Mountain Giants. Just so we can actually start Daenerys tonight. But apparently you can stack this quest with the quest from our good friend down by the docks on the Forgotten Coast. The one where you have to get the zappers and reduce the size of the zapped giants. Zorbin, that's his name. He gave us a sword, how could I forget? Our good old friend Zorbin. So we can take that quest again, because it's a repeatable quest, when we do the Mountain Giants and just shrink 7 of them down, get their music, and be done. I mean, actually we might do it tonight. Just to have Feralis completely done. I think that's the last quest we have in Feralis, so we might as well just get it done, and then when we get to Daenerys, we can just spend the next couple days IRL doing all the quests in Daenerys, of course. Alright, well now we just wait. Treants are kind of tricky to find. I only need 3 of them though, apparently, from this what this quest is saying, but still finding 3 consistent is gonna be a bit of a challenge, especially in this rain and heavy fog. Damn, tried to move a little too early. Uzera, you are really asking a lot out of me here. Were you able to catch the music of the fairy dragons? Thank you, Bale. Now the spiritual powers of the fairy dragon will be available to us. I hope you willing to perform another task for me. The wandering forest walkers that can be found meandering through the forest are our next target, Bale. Night elves have enlisted treants as allies to fight against the horde. Their movements may be slow, but their role as protectors is undeniable. Soon we will be able to use this power for our own benefit. Find 3 wandering forest walkers, kill them, and use the music vessel to shrink and capture them. Okie dokie, brother. Okie dokie indeed. So I mean, the treants can be anywhere really, it's just gotta find them. One by one. Oh, and just like that, the storm is over. I'm gonna add Treant to our target macro. Thought I saw one coming over this way, but maybe not. I mean, thankfully we only have to find 3 of them because they're pretty difficult to find, honestly, but... I know I've seen one over here before. They can wander very wide regions, that's the thing. There's one. So actually they're called forest walkers, okay. Okay, that doesn't work. Gotta do wandering forest walker. Arthas's tears, those are a herbalism material, I believe. I'm gonna check along the back wall real quick before we move into the high wilderness. I know there should be at least one there, and maybe even one up by Dire Mall, but this is more where the Kiraji are. the bugs. The Zukash is what this clan of bugs is called, the Zukash. But I believe they're all just part of the family of the Kiraji. I guess at least with this quest, by the time we find another one, the music box will be available to actually take the music from that creature. But it's definitely the slowest hunting of them all. Well, I thought we would at least start Daenerys tonight, but I mean, I'm determined. We'll start it. I just don't know how much we're gonna actually get into it tonight, but just keep getting sidetracked. I love how I've heard so many people say like, oh, if you just quest in Classic WoW all the way up to 60, like you'll run out of quests. You won't be able to get to 60 just from doing quests. I feel like that's not true. I mean, we have 9 levels left, sure, but I still have so many quests left to do, and we're almost halfway through 51, so basically 8.5 levels left until we're maxed, and we have all of Daenerys, well, not all of, but like more than half of the Hinterlands. We have the Searing Gorge, we have Ashara, which there's not much there, yes, but we have Fellwood, we have Winterspring, we have Ungoro Crater, we have Silithus, we have Eastern Plaguelands, Western Plaguelands, we have the Burning Steppes, we have, oh, there's one, where's he at? Let me mark him. We still have so many quests left. I feel like it's just like, that can't be right. I don't see him. Where is he? I lost him. Oh, there he is. Hey, a superior healing potion. That gives me a full stack of 10 now. And the Khan's bindings. Those would be pretty sick on a enhancement shaman. The spirit giving me both mana regen and health regen. Strength giving me combat stats. And the stamina giving me survivability. That'd be pretty cool. Guess we get to poke around the entrance of Dire Maul while we're looking for these wandering treants. This massive, once a main city of the Night Elves kind of hub here. Dire Maul is so cool, man. Oh, easy. Level 52 and 54 elites. Let's be careful here. I'm sure we can find one down in the high wilderness, right? Just keep spamming our macro. should get that iron, but honestly, I'm too lazy. I'm on a mission right now. We're trying to get this done. Some more ancient night elf ruins. The Gorduni. We'll check if the rare Hippogryph is up as well while we're back here, but it is Antilius. There's one. Oh, it's not the one that we need. It's a cursed sycamore. That's not what we need. I'll snag that mithril though. Can never have enough mithril. Ruins of Isildian. Oh, we got one. Oh, don't tell me he's bugged, man. Oh, thank you. I can actually pull him. All right. Now we just have one more to do. Let's pull out Onyx and Bow. Yeah, of course. I've been watching our energy, and honestly, this Relentless Strikes is paying off so much. If you're ever watching our energy bar or our regen bar down here, there's a lot of the times where we'll spend like 35 points doing Eviscerate, or 25 energy, sorry, not 35 points, 35 energy doing Eviscerate, or 25 energy doing Slice and Dice. And if you ever watch the energy basically not move or move by a very little amount, like 10 or so, we got a proc. And I was watching there, we should have dipped down to like, I think we used it at 55, so we should have dipped down to 25, but we dipped down to like 45. So we got 20 refunded on just 2 combo points, which was really nice. And it's been happening quite a bit. And of course, the more combo points we invest into the finisher, the higher the percentage chance of Relentless Strikes actually happening. But for the most part, we do finishers with like 2 or 3 energy, which is really all we need. I guess I'll get the iron. Like here, watch. We'll see if we get anything. Didn't get one there, but that's okay. I think we got one there, but I might have not gotten the Eviscerate off, so didn't get one there, but that's fine. Nice little 4-piece iron. Got some heavy stone, a lot of heavy stone, actually. Alright, let's go turn this in. We'll finish the last one where we need the sea giants, and then we'll be done with this quest chain. We can head to Daenerys. We'll start Daenerys, just a little bit of it, and really dive deep into it tomorrow night when we play. So there was some iron over here too that I might try and get on the way out. The more iron I get, the more of that silk we can use that we just have in our bank. Just kind of taking up spots, so we can at least make iron grenades. Any kind of grenade is a valuable grenade. It's good AoE damage, it stuns targets. It's worth getting. Alright, little 2-piece. Back to Camp Moyahe. This time we'll sell all this garbage real quick. Stick to the path. Our hearth is at Camp Moyahe, so we'll use that after we're done along the coast just to get back really quickly. Because chances are by the time that we get to Daenerys and collect all the quests that we need to collect, listen to the dialogue, I'll probably get ready to just call it there for the night. So we'll have a strong start tomorrow when we get in to just go ahead and start cranking out a lot of the quests and gadgets and explore some of these areas. So our points will be 33 combat, 11 assassination, 7 subtlety. That'll give us 5 in master deception, 2 in elusiveness, 33 here with 2 more points in sword spec, completing that, and then 11 here with 3 in improved abyss, remorseless attack, murder, improved slice, and relentless strikes. Now, remorseless attack is kind of useless after we hit level 60, but we won't really be playing this character much after level 60. Our goal is just kind of get to 60, finish up whatever quest chains we have if we want to, or maybe not. Well, I'll see, I don't know, but just kind of get to 60 and immortalize this character in the gear that they're in, and have them to like put on a shelf, and then move on to the next class and see if we can do it with the next class. So I knew that rogue wouldn't be too tough for me. I've attempted, all of my hardcore attempts have been on a rogue before, and I'm a rogue main, so I figured, you know, we could probably do it as long as we didn't do anything too risky, and we've been taking chances with a lot of elite quests. Obviously, we haven't been doing them, like, at level, of course, because it's just, you can't take on certain things at level, but I still feel like we've been taking a lot of risks. Were you able to capture the wandering forest walkers? Thank you, Bill. Our music collection is almost complete. The last task I require of you is to travel to the northwest and find the final enemy. The mountain giants left the mountains to aid the night elves when the burning legion appeared in the world. You will know them by their massive size and the way that the ground begins to shake as you travel along their rocky terrain. I am eager to harness power of that size, kill 7 mountain giants, and then use the music vessel to capture their powerful music. Or the landwalkers or cliff giants. Okay. Maybe, well, I've seen people saying that you can do this in conjunction with the shrinking quest, but maybe This is interesting. I'm reading some different things. So apparently you can't use it on the actual sea giants. You won't get the music from them, but you can get the shrinker from Zorban and use it on these mountain giants to remove their elite status and making it much easier to actually take them on. So that's what we'll do. And it's even further away from Camp Moyahi. So when we're done, we can just hearth back and then fly to Daenerys. That's crazy. We'd still get 2,100 experience for this great quest in Scarlet Monastery, even though I'm like probably 20 levels over it by now. But I guess it's just the fact that it's a dungeon quest. A lot of these quests give a lot of experience. Hopefully there's some floating wreckage along the Forgotten Coast here. Try our new fishing rod. I'm considering stopping and fishing because I already know that there's a ton of pools here. And honestly, I probably will because we got a lot of mithril junk boxes out of these pools the last time we fished here, but I just don't want to waste a ton of time. Zorban, my man. Good to see you again, brother.
Well, hello again, adventurer. I don't know how much longer I'm going to keep on trying to set up a shop out in the middle of nowhere. Still, since you've helped me out in the past, I'll show you some stuff you may find interesting.
That's really cool. So since I did his other two quests, he's actually now a merchant. And I can buy a snake burst firework from him. That's cool. Of course, some pools. Again with the zapped giants.
I know you've gathered residue for me already. But should you find yourself for want of an encore performance to a fun-time activity, I can always use more residue. While I can't offer nearly as much in the way of compensation again, I'll be more than happy to spread the good word of your service to all my goblin friends with ears. Believe me, sir, when I say that these goblins have quite large ears.
Does that give me any experience or not really? No, not really. But I do get the Ultra Shrinker. But okay, I'm going to fish these pools up here real quick and pause the video, and I will resume when I've got everything fished up. Hey, floating wreckage. And we head up to the mountain giants. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Alright gamers, we're back. We did a bunch of fishing and ultimately we got 2 boxes. So we also got 5 Rumsey's Rum Black Label, which is valuable, but let's see what we get in those boxes. We got nothing and a bolt of rune cloth. So, you know, sometimes it's useless, and this time was one of those times. Pretty useless to fish, but we did get our fishing skill to 242 total, which is pretty good. We're shooting for 300 before level 60. Probably not gonna happen, but I will definitely make sure that we get that fishing skill to 300 at some point. I'm not sure if I'll do it on recording or what, but all of these skills will definitely be 300 by the time that I'm done with this character. It might be in my own time in the future, like while I'm just chilling, talking to friends, I might just, you know, fish up a bunch of stuff and finally hit 300 that way. The same thing goes for cooking, you know, I don't know, but ideally I'm going to try and get as many as we can to 300 before we hit 60. Mining is definitely going to be the one that I think we hit 300 with. I'm hoping to hit engineering at 300 as well, but we'll see how that goes. But alright, let's try and hurry up and get these giant Muisek cries. We'll hearth we'll abandon the again with the Zapped Giants quest because it's not really going to give me any experience, and 20 silver is just not worth my time, honestly. For how long it's going to take me to shrink 10 of the Sea Giants, I'd rather just, you know, shrink these guys, be done with it, and fly to Teneris, and we'll wrap it up at Teneris for the night, and then tomorrow when we log in, we can just do all of these quests, so. Let's go looking for mountain giants. Oh shit. The rare's up. Let's pop some poisons on. Why don't you stay over there? That's a really sick looking wind serpent. Bite, dive, and lightning breath. We get the Overlord Gauntlets of the Gorilla. Plate gauntlets with strength and intellect. They'd be nice if I was a paladin, especially because they have this nice, like, silver plate look to them. But, so make sure no one's up in this camp. Gregan Brewspewer.
Hi there, the name's Gregan. What can I do for you?
Nothing, brother. Nothing at all. Just keep living, man. Livin. This place is pretty cool. Just massive boulders with crystals in them. These things would be a pain to take on without this ultra shrinker. But hey, does the trick. It also shares a cooldown with the Muisek vessels, so by the time that this is off cooldown, this should be coming off cooldown, we can take on another one. Oh, and you can get the miniature residue from them, which is kind of cool. They just have boulder throw. They hit kind of hard even for being reduced out of their elite's status. Let's get a stamina buff going. Slip back into the shadows. Get ranged, idiot. I didn't mean that. That was a little much. You're probably a really intelligent guy. My bad. These guys just have War Stomp. I see right there we used our Slice and Dice and it didn't use any energy. I got the Relentless Strikes proc, which was really nice. There's the Stomp. I'm getting deep rock salt from them as well. I think we saw a leatherworking item that can transform that salt into something else, but it's like once a day or something, once a week, something like that. Oh shit. We got it there too. They also can drop solid stone, which is really nice. All right, 2 more. Oh wait. There we go. Last one. That's our target right there. Actually, you'll be our target. Alright, let's go ahead and hearth. Let's drop this quest. I'm in combat, so couldn't drop it.
The winds guide you. Walk with the earth.
Talk to Uzeri. Wrap this up and take a flight to Teneris. We are able to capture the mountain giants. Just imagine the possibilities of what we now possess, Bale. Along with the materials that you have collected, I will be able to forever trap the music of those creatures into whatever I wish. Weapons of spirit. Imbuing the music into the weapons is a difficult process. Now that I have all that is required, materials and the music of the creatures that you captured, I may begin. Please wait. I will return in a moment. We get a new weapon. So we can do the Spirit of the Faerie Dragon. It's a pretty cool little hammer. We can do the Force of the Hippogryph, the Strength of the Treant, or the Will of the Mountain Giant. That's a crazy good weapon. Holy shit. I mean, I would gain... I would lose 5 agility and I'd gain 4 stamina. But it also does more top end damage, but I think I want to keep the swords just for sword procs. I think I'm going to take the Will of the Mountain Giant and just sell it for 3 gold. Which Dr. Uzeri gathers the materials together and begins to work. He's crafting. I have completed the weapons bale.
How you doing, man?
As promised, you have your choice. The music of the creatures has been forever sealed into the power of these weapons. You may now wield their energy as you own. Use it well. I could use the Spirit of the Fairy Dragon and just keep it in the bank too, as like a little memento. But I think I'm just gonna take the axe. It's 3 more gold right there. It's actually a pretty sick axe too. Yeah, I already don't have much space to hold anything else, so I think I'm just gonna sell the axe. It's a cool weapon, but
Where would you like to fly to?
I'll definitely use that on like our enhancement shaman when we make that at some point. Possibly our warrior if I don't get the whirlwind axe, although I do want to try and do the whirlwind axe on a warrior. Just a beastly axe right there, man. Holy. Maybe even on like a paladin, but I don't know if this quest is going to be available on the Alliance side. But yeah, I'm going to pause the video while we fly, and then I'll resume in Teneris where we'll get ready to wrap it up. So I'll see you guys there in just a second. Alright gamers, we just touched down in California. We just touched down in Teneris, Gadgetzan, the Gizmorium. Let's go ahead and make ourselves at home. We're going to set our hearth here so I don't forget tomorrow. I need to pop into the bank, do a little crafting, and then we'll get ready to wrap it up for the night. So, Fizz Grimble.
Ah, a visitor. Must be an adventurer. We don't get many tourists down this way.
Grab a chair.
And a drink, make yourself comfortable. Say, you look like you have some meat on your bones.
Well,
you
thanks.
Thinking about competing in the cage matches?
Cage matches?
Hurry back.
You mean those cages? There's cage matches here? Our good old buddy Marin Noggenfogger. We are definitely doing his quest. One of my favorite quests in the game, and one of the best rewards, honestly. If you know, you know, but if not, you will know when we do it. Smelt this stuff down, put it in the bank. Tons of consumables I should probably just use the next time we play. Go ahead and make some powders. Heavy blasting and solid blasting. Trenton, you have a sick hammer there, my man. Is that by chance faux hammer? Do you really have the legendary hammer? Iron foe. Excuse me, not faux hammer. Iron foe. I'm a noob. It's been a long time. I was like, I don't think it's faux hammer, but dude, iron foe is such a good weapon. Look at that. Grants 2 extra attacks on your next swing. It's basically sword spec on a weapon, which is crazy. Alright, let's hit the bank. Yo, Gimblethorn. Hold these for me, will you? Alright, let's find ourselves a nice little bed. I like a corner bed. It's nice for me right there. And we're going to call this one here for now, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you in the next one where we will start Teneris, I promise. We're going to start the Gizmorium of Gadgetzan. So I'll see you guys there. Thanks for hanging out. Peace and love, and God bless gamers.